but just turn your cameras off so we can record this a little bit better. Okay, Mr. Stockton, you want to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Barnett
Mr. Sheffett, you need to adjust your camera a little bit. There you go. Excuse me, Mr. Stockton, proceed.
Yeah, Ms. Barnett has a 5-year sentence for contraband and possession of controlled substance first degree. Her supervision began October 13th, 2020. And rather than go through all these violations, I'd rather just have Ms. Sexton testify if that's okay.
Well, unless you have a stipulation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Your Honor, I think we're going to need a hearing. I can tell you that.
Okay, Ms. Sexton, you raise your right hand.
Yes, Your Honor.
You about to give us the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Identify yourself and with whom you're employed.
I am Officer Suzanne Sexton. I've been employed with the Department of Corrections through probation and parole as an officer since October of 2016.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Stockton, you may proceed.
Ms. Sexton, you have been, I guess, the only probation officer attempting to supervise Ms. Barnett. Is that correct?
She actually started with Carson Payne and was transferred to me on October 19th. So there was only just a few days in there before she came to me.
Okay. And on October the 19th, was she referred to SAP IOP?
I'm not certain. She is in IOP, and I'm not sure if it happened on that day, but yes, sir, she is in IOP.
Okay. And did she complete that program?
She has not completed IOP at this time. She's still involved in that,
Okay.
participating.
She is participating?
Yes, sir, she is.
Okay. What violations have you had on her since October the 19th of 2020?
The initial violation was came on January the 11th of 21 when I submitted the violation report, and that pertained to failure to report change of employment. During that time, Ms. Barnett had referred to working at Tyson different times and talking with her and reporting. She was referring to being at Tyson, having to stay home due to COVID at times or whatever. But I ended up contacting Tyson, and Tyson said that she had been terminated in November, and she had failed to report that to me.
Okay.
So that was the first.
That's the first. And while we're on that, why don't we just stay on that? As a result of her termination, was she referred to the job shop or something to try to get employment?
She had, our employment specialist had evaluated her and referred her to the job shop at that time.
Okay.
I'm
And
looking back through the violation report for dates. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did she participate in that, or did she try to pull the wool over you guys?
I followed up with her. She had met with the employment specialist on January the 8th of 2021. That was after she had been without employment when that was unearthed. So I had her meet with the employment specialist on January 8th, 2021, and she was referred to at that time, I believe, at the job shop.
Okay. And where did they refer her out for employment?
When I contacted the job shop, I'm looking for the date. When I contacted the job shop, they stated that they had had no contact with her, and that was later. Okay, on February the 12th of 2021, I contacted job shop, and they stated at that time they did not have any current contact with her. The last contact was May 5th of 2020. At that time, they stated that she had been positive for a drug screen, claimed it was due to a prescription, but she had not presented proof. It was during that time, the reason that I called is because on February the 4th, Ms. Barnett had advised me that she was late calling in for her reporting because she had gone to Somerset and was applying at the job shop for employment. That was February 4th.
So that was incorrect when she told you she was up there.
It was according to the job shop. They said they had not had contact with her since May of the previous year.
Now, did somebody refer her to Cowboy Charcoal to get a job here in Clinton County or Wayne County?
I'm looking on the employment specialist, if that was an additional referral. I know that Cowboy Charcoal was mentioned.
We don't have to get into this kind of detail. Okay. Let's just go down to the.
I know I followed up with Cowboy Charcoal to see if she had applied there. Okay, excuse me, based on the employment.
It's okay. She had just say she had or had not. I don't need to.
She had not.
Okay, go ahead.
What other violations did she have when you applied in February of 21? Did you Violation.
following the February. The next violations that I had came February the 12th of 2021. There was a failure. I had given her a sanction to do community service by February the 4th, and it was 8 hours, and she had not completed that. So I did a failure to complete community service. January the 18th was the next violation report, and she had a new misdemeanor arrest and failure to report law enforcement contact. That was the second one.
And what
That's
misdemeanor
my-
arrest was that one? No.
The misdemeanor arrest, that one pertained to an arrest at Shoe Show where there was a swapping of tags, the way it was read on the citation.
Okay,
It
so
was a Wayne County.
shoplifting or theft.
Yes, sir. It was Wayne County.
Okay, and then she had another misdemeanor arrest, didn't she?
She has had another one since then. I reported that on the February 24th violation report, and that was trespassing, 2 charges, Walmart. She had been trespassed from Walmart in the past, and she's been spotted in there several times, and they did a complaint warrant for 2 charges of trespassing.
And what date was that? Do you know?
That was on February the 9th of 2021 that the offense had started the warrant. That was Walmart's LP, Tad Stringer.
Okay. Did she also go outside the jurisdiction to obtain Suboxone?
She did. I found out that was on the February 24th violation report. She was advised that she was taking Suboxone by prescription. That was unearthed whenever I asked her about the job shop deal. She said that was a prescription for Suboxone. And I said, are you currently taking that? This was the first that I learned of it. She said, yes. She advised her clinic was in Columbia and that she travels. She'd been doing some by phone, but she is called in to go occasionally to the actual office for drug testing. I asked her when she had last been there, and that was during the supervision time with me, and she had not asked about going outside of her supervision area. And the thing is when we go over the conditions of supervision, they're aware of this. And then one of the sanctions that I had given her in January was to write her conditions 10 times. And that was so that she could better be familiar with that. And she was aware is what I'm trying to say.
I think she wrote them 1 time instead of 10.
She did write them 1 time. I had directed her verbally to write them 10 times. And then when she turned them in, it was 1 time. So I gave them back to her directed her to write them to 15 times, actually. I added 5 times to it.
Okay. Did she have any dates that she recently missed as far as her report days?
Yes, March the 8th, I submitted the last violation report. She was supposed to report to me on March the 4th. She had called me on the telephone on March the 3rd and was telling me of an update of how things were going for her and how organized she was. And then the following day I reminded her at that time of her report day the next morning, and the next day she didn't call at all.
Okay. Now, has she been ordered to do any type of reentry programming or MRT?
One of the conditions that I gave her, a sanction that I gave her during the February 12th violation report was to enter and complete MRT, which is a reentry program. And I contacted the RC Alley at that on March the 5th, I believe, to see where she was at with that. And at that point, she had not even started.
Okay. And the last thing I want you to do, if you can go into more detail on the Walmart citation, if you could read that to the court, that's all I want to ask you.
I can. This was from the complaint warrant. The complaint reads as follows. The affiant, Tad Stringer, LP Walmart, states it on February 9th.
I have reviewed that. It was.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I have no other questions then.
Mr. Sheffitt, would you like to inquire?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Sexton, has she been drug tested during your supervision period?
She has not been drug tested in our facility. Let me double check. I know for me not, but I don't know for Carson upon intake. She has not since she started supervision with us.
What about the SAP IOP program? Does that test her?
Yes, sir. She has been tested in SAP IOP.
And if she had not passed any of those tests, you would have been notified?
That's correct.
Okay. And you mentioned that she missed a report date on March the 4th, I guess, which was last Thursday. Has she missed any other report dates?
She has not missed an actual report date, but I do have a time frame for them to call, and it is specified for a reason. And I've made it clear to her on numerous times that she's to call between 8 and 10:30. And on 2 prior occasions, she has not done so. She has waited and called at different times.
Okay.
Usually the afternoon. Go ahead.
I don't have any further questions.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
You have another witness?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Sheffield, do you desire to call a witness?
I don't. I would like to make an argument, though, Judge.
Please proceed.
Your Honor, I understand Ms. Sexton's frustration with Ms. Barnett. Ms. Barnett can do better. She has to do better, and I think she can. I think at this time for these violations, I think a jail sanction would be appropriate. And then, she can continue her SIPOP. I'm not sure if she'd have to restart that or not. And then get started in the MRT. And hopefully the sanction would make it clear to her how serious this is and how she needs to make this a priority down to the T, down to the 8:30 to 10:30 report times. And as Ms. Sexton has asked her to do.
Mr. Stockton?
Your Honor, I remember when we negotiated this case that Ms. Barnett was adamant that she didn't want to go into drug court, and I can see why now, because she wanted to be able to run around and get what drugs she wanted. And I just think her conduct in Wayne County has been outrageous as regards going in and trying to switch tags at the shoe carnival. And this deal at Walmart is just like something out of the Wild West, where you go in and you run around like a 10-year-old child running in and out and then fleeing from security and trying to steal stuff when you've been barred from the facility. I just think that conduct is outrageous. At some point in time, I wouldn't care to shock Ms. Barnett into drug court, because that's probably where she needs to be. But at this point in time, I'd ask that she be revoked.
When people are probated, it's not a matter of right to be probated. It is in this situation, the Commonwealth agreed and recommended to this court, and I agreed, Ms. Barnett, to probate you. I don't know when I've seen any more egregious or outrageous disrespect shown in return for the privilege to be probated or not. The fact that this court has someone out on probation that's conducting themselves like you have is an embarrassment to the court, and I'm sure the Commonwealth would agree that it's an embarrassment. I'm going to revoke you, and I'd be shocked something drastically got to change in your life before I would consider doing anything but have you to serve out. So I'm going to revoke you, and you need to do some reflection upon the seriousness of the nature of the problem that you have. I don't want to pick the newspaper up. If you were out on the street, I could pick the newspaper up. You could be dead of some sort of overdose, or somebody in one of these stores could hurt you, or you could get hurt. It happens every day. So I'm going to revoke you. I hope you can turn things around. The next, Mr. Stockton, do you have any witnesses here?
Mr. Cross, Barry Cross, has a Zoom session at 9:30 on some of these drug court matters. I'd like to take up Elmer Jean Neal so he can be excused.
Okay.
We can stipulate to that, Jesse.
Okay.
Let me call the case first here. Commonwealth, Kentucky versus Elmer G. Neal, 15 CR 00109. Is Mr. Neal here?
He's at Clinton County Jail.
Okay, Wayne County, will you turn your camera off just for a second there?
There he is.
Wayne County, will you turn your camera off? Okay, are you?
Your Honor, I think Mr. York stepped away.
Just turn your camera off just for a second till we call you. There you go. Are you Elmer G. Neal?
Yeah.
Born in 1966?
Yeah.
Last 4 digits of social security number 1141.
Yeah.
Okay, now, you make a short statement of this situation that they want to stipulate to, Mr. Stockton.
I will, Your Honor. Mr. Elmer Neal has a 7-year, 6-month sentence on theft, unlawful taking over $10,000. This is the third motion to revoke probation. He'd been in drug court the last time. I think he went to rehab before that. He was terminated from drug court because he had multiple positive drug tests, and he absconded on 2/5/21.
Okay, the stipulation, because of your conduct, Mr. Neal, I'm given no alternative but to revoke you. Okay, thank you very much. And Mr. Cross, you may be excused if you don't have another case, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Stockton.
Yeah, now, Mr. Stockton, you have any other witnesses waiting out there?
Looks like I've got Mr. Mattingly, if he's still there. I think he's under Austin. That's on Donnie Blevins' case. Yes, he's there.
Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Donnie R. Blevins, 18 CR 0054. Is Mr. Blevins? Are you Donnie Blevins? Okay, that camera needs to be tilted a little bit. Thank you very much. We're on a revocation hearing. You want to call your first witness, Mr. Stockton?
Yeah, Austin Mattingly, Kentucky State Police.
Trooper Mattingly, you raise your right hand, please. You swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
State your name and with whom you're employed and what position.
My name is Trooper Austin Mattingly with the Kentucky State Police.
Okay, Mr. Stockton, you want to proceed?
Thank you. Trooper Mattingly, did you recently arrest Donnie Blevins?
Yes, sir.
And can you tell us the date, please?
On March 1st, 2021.
Okay, and can you tell the court what happened?
While patrolling Albany on US 127 business route, I observed a vehicle registration plate 005 Victor Adam Nora, which is VAN, traveling northbound and turning into the Dollar General Market as if they were trying to avoid being stopped.
Is that the Dollar General Market here in downtown Albany?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Since we had two, I just want to clarify. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I stopped the vehicle, and upon making contact with the driver, I noticed he was not wearing a seatbelt. In addition, his front windshield was shattered with spiderweb cracks. The driver, Donnie Blevins, stated he did not have insurance on the vehicle and that he knew the registration was expired. Blevins appeared to be under the influence of a stimulant. His pupils were pinpointed and non-responsive to light or darkness. I asked Mr. Blevins to step out of the vehicle and participate in standard field sobriety tests. Blevins stated he had no medical issues to prevent him from taking an eye exam. HGM was administered. Blevins' pupils were very constricted. Blevins appeared very jittery, as if he was tweaking. Blevins did not move his head while tracking, or Blevins moved his head while tracking the stimuli. During one leg stand, Blevins stated one of his knees was injured, so he would use his opposite leg. Blevins used his arms for balance, raising them up in the air and only maintaining his foot in the air for about 2 seconds. During walk and turn, Blevins failed to stay in the starting position as I was instructing him of the exam. After told to begin, Blevins took a very exaggerated step, missing heel to toe and almost falling over. At this time, Blevins advised he could not perform the test, and Blevins was placed under arrest.
Did you ultimately search his vehicle?
Yes, sir. After field sobriety, Donnie gave me permission to search his vehicle. While searching the vehicle, I was able to locate a Camel Snus container it was containing a green leafy substance suspected to be marijuana on the dash. And there was several butane torch lighters scattered throughout the truck, consistent with suspected meth use. The driver's seat, under a jacket, I located a clear glass pipe with a burnt bulb containing suspected meth residue. Trooper Jason Warner was also on the stop with me. Trooper Warner was searching the vehicle with me. On the passenger side of the vehicle Warner was able to locate a black digital scale with suspected meth residue on it.
Okay. Did Mr. Blevins make any admissions that he'd been using meth or had meth in his possession?
Yes, sir. He was Mirandized prior to being placed in the back of my vehicle. I had asked him a couple times when the last time he had used meth was, and Blevins advised me on 3 different occasions that he had used meth in the past, but the third time he had advised me that he used meth the night before driving.
Okay. And did you attempt to obtain blood tests from Mr. Blevins?
Yes, sir. After the vehicle search, I transported Donnie Blevins to the Med Center Albany to request a blood draw at 8:57 p.m. The implied consent warning was read. Blevins did not wish to contact an attorney, and he refused all tests.
Okay. I have no other questions.
Your Honor, I have no questions for our Trooper Mattingly.
Okay. You want to make an argument, Mr. Sheffitt?
Yes, Your Honor. I think, he ends up with a number of violations and a couple misdemeanor charges out of this stop. Case is still pending in district court. I think this, and Donnie has got 365 days probated on a misdemeanor case from a couple years ago. I'm saying it was a couple years ago. I lose track of time, but I'd ask the court to sanction him, perhaps revoke partial of that 365 rather than the entire 365. I know he's already done 10 days. He's been in since March 1st on this. So I would ask the court to sanction him or either sanction or do a partial revocation.
Mr. Stockton, is this on a misdemeanor charge?
It is, Your Honor, but I tell you, I don't think there's any difference in it because the jail stays open here in Clinton County. It's not like they're going to close up because Donnie Blevins is going to have to stay there and he's not going to eat that much. So I don't see any problem with him serving his time.
No, I was just asking whether it was.
Yeah, and also I hadn't called Mr. Payne yet, but this is not the first go around. Mr. Payne's tried to get him into Adana and do things, and Mr. Blevins just will not cooperate. I can put Mr. Payne on as a witness if I need to. So
You don't need to. I think there's an obvious. I remember this case. Remember some of the testimony and inclinations about the thievery that was going on in an area, that sort of thing. Mr. Blevins, you've been given an opportunity to remain free and chose not to do that. So I'll revoke you for the entire sentence. Thank you very much. This trooper can be excused now.
yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. You may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, now I see the private lawyers on here. I see Mr. Poindexter. Mr. Poindexter, are you there? How many cases do you have?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many cases do you have?
Just one case, Your Honor.
What's the name of the case?
Bobby Lee Coldren.
Commonwealth, Kentucky versus Bobby Coldren, who is out of custody. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. She's here in the office with me.
Okay. We're here on a motion hour. Are you Bobby Lee Coldren?
Yes, are you Bobby Lee?
Oh, yeah.
Were you born in 1995?
Yep.
What are the last 4 digits of your social security number?
8823.
Okay. Mr. Stockton, you want to proceed?
It's their motion, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we have filed a motion. This is a case where it's alleged that she had abused her child. This was in July of 2019. The child was just under 1 year old at that time. She has not seen the child in person since that time. And that's because social services believes that she cannot do supervised visits based on her bond conditions. At one time, she was being updated on a regular basis by the foster parents. And the social worker felt that that was a violation, so they've stopped that. The child will soon be 3 years old. And so my client's presumed innocent. Due to COVID, she's not been able to have a jury trial yet. We
Well,
understand.
tell me what modification that you would like. I read your motion.
Okay. We're asking, Your Honor, for supervised visits once a week through the social services office. So that way she can reestablish the relationship with her child.
Mr. Stockton, do you have any objection to that?
I have no objection. I just think we need to be careful on the wording of the order. I think that the district court needs to set the visitation or whatever. And I would agree that the bond conditions be whatever the district court order is, because they're the ones that's going to be hearing this evidence and deciding what type of visitation there should be. Because there was a removal action in district court where she lost custody of the child. So the district court has jurisdiction over the visitation. And I would go along with the bond being whatever the district court order is as far as visitation.
Well, this is a dependence, abuse, and neglect case is what you're saying.
It is, and I don't think this court needs to be setting the visitation.
Well, I appreciate your opinion on that, and you're probably right.
Yeah.
The problem is if the district court said something which I thought was too liberal, I think that I could have the authority to do something. But where are you in district court? You represented her in district court also, Mr.
I do, Your Honor.
Dexter.
Yes, sir.
Well, and why don't you try to get the county attorney is a reasonable fella. Why don't you see if you can get some sort of agreed order with the county attorney as far as a visitation under the conditions that you're talking about. In this court, under the recommendation of the Commonwealth, will accept that. And I would suggest that you get an agreed order that weekly visitation with supervision of the cabinet. And if you
I was assuming it would be supervised. So.
I'm just telling you that get that, and we will recognize that it's within those parameters. Okay.
Yes, sir. And just so I could be clear, because I think that her case has kind of gone in circles between the two courts. Jesse, can you and I draft an agreed order, basically putting the judge's words into writing, so that way we can present it to the county attorney and the district judge?
Yes, I don't mind signing off on that.
Okay.
That'll be fine. Thank y'all very much.
That's all we have. Can we be excused?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Turner, do you have something?
Yes, Judge, we have Eddie Bowman, and it is the companion case with Mr. Poindexter, and it is basically the same argument.
I'm sorry, but I got, this is Melissa. I got Eddie Bowman on our phone. Is it all right to put him on speaker?
If he could just listen in, I don't know that Mr. Bowman, but I don't know whether he has the capability of muting either, but that would be my suggestion. He just mute and listen in.
Okay, Commonwealth versus Eddie Bowman, 19 CR 0041. Mr. Bowman, can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear us, Mr. Bowman?
Hold on just a second. He's hung up.
He hit the ultimate mute button.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Judge. It's just going straight to voicemail.
Well, what do you want for Mr. Bowman?
Basically, Judge, I would suggest we do the same thing that we did.
Well, I mean, tell me on the record, because we have to have an individual record for each one of these cases.
I understand, Judge. Like I say, Mr. Bowman has been under a bond restriction that has prevented him from.
So you want an agreement with the county attorney to see if you can have supervised visitation with the child, with the county attorneys, with the social services. Is that what you want?
Yes, Your Honor. Like I say, we would need, I guess, Mr. Stockton saying that that he would be in agreement to it as long as there was appropriate restrictions and
Well, what we did in the other case is that we're going to enter an agreed order between me and you and Mr. Stockton, which I'll agree to sign, that will abide by any limited visitation that the district court does, or the family court, on the dependency, abuse, and neglect case if it's supervised. Okay.
that is certainly what we're seeking, Judge.
I guess, Mr. Stockton, I guess to make the orders very similar with each other, are you going to draft it, or did Mr. Poindexter say he was going to draft it?
He was going to draft one. I think him and Mr. Turner need to coordinate and send me an order.
I think that'd be good. Okay.
That's fine, Judge.
Before Mr. Turner leaves, I would like to call him as a witness in the Ricky Stockton case. I don't know if he has.
I don't know if I can answer any questions on that.
Well, you can tell me whether I need to call you or Tom Carroll. I don't know which one.
I don't even know who Ricky Stockton is, so.
But I'm going to put you under oath before you say you don't know who he is. Commonwealth Kentucky versus Ricky Stockton.
Yeah, Mr. Sheffett represents Mr. Stockton.
Mr. Stockton is out of custody.
He is the gentleman, Your Honor, that's in the Pickett County nursing home. He has paid about $3,600 or $3,800 of the $5,600 that he owes in restitution. He'd been behind. His son called me a few days ago, about a week ago, and he's paid $200 restitution on his case, so I want to obtain a warrant. He also informed me that Tom Carroll's office was representing him in a personal injury case where he had been dropped at the nursing home. And I was wanting to inquire, since he's been so erratic in paying this restitution, about getting an assignment to pay the restitution in this personal injury case, rather than being trouble in the court and having to extradite him up here.
Judge, I will confirm now that I didn't recognize the name. I will confirm that we do represent Mr. Stockton. And
I thought it might have been a case that was so good that your associate was hiding it from you there for a second.
Well, she has been the one working. She has been the one working on it. Certainly, I can say we are in. I'm not going to say we're anywhere close to settling it, but we are actually in negotiation about a potential settlement. We have filed suit in that case to preserve our statute of limitation is the status, and the defense at least wants to talk. And I can tell Mr. Stockton, we would talk to Mr. Stockton.
How much money's involved, Mr. Stockton?
He owes approximately $6,500 to pay off the restitution.
So if they'll do an assignment, if he'll do an assignment and file it,
then I'll forego any payments till that suit's settled.
Does that sound like a good deal? We won't bore your client anymore, I guess.
I will need to speak to Mr. Stockton about that, certainly, and coordinate with Mr. Shuffett, but that's something we'll definitely talk to him about.
Can we set this for review next month and see if that's done or not?
And Judge and Jesse, I will say, I spoke to Miss Hawley about this issue, and she had indicated that Ricky has indicated to his civil attorneys that, or to at least to Miss Hawley, that this paying off this out of that settlement was his highest priority.
Okay, well, if he'll sign an assignment on that and file it with the attorney's office over there, we'll all be satisfied. We can pass this cup from us. Okay, thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Judge, there is an
Yes.
active warrant on Ricky Stockton that you issued last month. You want me to call it or leave it out?
I want you to call, I will call the warrant and put him on the docket. It's the next rule day. And
Thank you.
next rule day is the 8th of April, I believe. Okay, Mr. Shuffett, did you get that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Turner, you didn't even have to be placed under oath. That's how much we have confidence in you.
Thank you, Judge.
Up to $6,500 anyway. Okay, thank y'all very much. Okay, now, do we have any other private attorneys on there? Mr. Wilson, what do you have?
And then after we do him, Your Honor, I've got Brad Cross as a witness. I'd like to take his case.
Okay, that'll be good. Mr. Wilkerson, what do you have?
Morning, Your Honor. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Cross, representing Miss Sierra Piercy.
Piercy, Commonwealth versus Piercy. Let me find that here. Commonwealth versus Sierra Piercy, 20 CR 0056. Miss Piercy's in the Clinton County Jail, I believe. Are you Sierra Piercy?
Yeah,
Or in 1997?
yeah.
What are the last four digits of your social security number?
9762.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Stockton, we're here on a revocation.
Your Honor, this is also on a misdemeanor, 12 months, possession of a controlled substance, second. And I guess I just let Mr. Payne testify as to what happened in this case.
Mr. Payne, you want to raise your right hand? Swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay. Identify yourself and with whom you're employed.
Officer Carson Payne with Division of Probation and Parole out of Monticello, Kentucky. I supervise Clinton County Probation and Parolees.
Okay. Now, when did you begin supervising Miss Piercy, Mr. Payne?
I began supervising her on November the 11th, 2020, or November the 6th, 2020.
And did she have any violations subsequent to that time?
Yes, she did.
And what happened?
When she was first placed on probation on March the 21st, subject signed an admission sanction form to the use of methamphetamine on January the 16th, 2020. And failure to submit to alcohol drug testing on January 20th. This officer was notified by staff of Donta that subject failed to report for a drug screen on that date.
Okay.
On February the 1st, subject was terminated from SAP IOP for attendance. On January the 27th, subject was drug screened and was on-site positive for methamphetamine. The subject denied use. Her urine was sent to the lab and it did come back positive. And she claimed she used on the 16th. However, it had been over 16 days. Or it'd been over 10 days. I'm sorry, it'd been over 10 days since she had admitted use. I would take that as a new positive, but I'm not a scientist.
Okay.
And failure to comply with any medical or treatment on January 29th. Subject failed to report to Donta for a mental health assessment as scheduled by SSC Littlejohn and the staff of Adonta. And on February the 2nd, subject advised that she did not want to attend inpatient treatment as directed by the SSC for failure to complete SAP IOP.
Okay. And was she belligerent with you?
She was very upset with me, and she also talked very negative to me to the staff of Adonta.
Okay. And so basically she's had these drug tests and she's refused treatment. Is that about what it amounts to?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nothing else?
Mr. Wilkerson, do you have any questions you'd like to ask?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Payne, regarding specifically, you testified about Ms. Piercy being absent from the SAP IOP date on February the 1st. Was she absent or just late that day?
All I have is that she was absent and terminated. If you are more than 15 minutes late, you are considered absent.
Okay. And specifically regarding the behavior exhibited to yourself and Donta staff, I believe you stated it was belligerent. Could you describe what that consisted of, or if that was what kind of?
Yes. Adonta staff tried to talk to her to see if she would reconsider inpatient treatment because they knew that's what she needed. And she admitted to their staff that they could tell Officer Carson Payne with Probation and Parole that he could suck her dick. So, and I think that staff at the jail also heard her being belligerent that day.
He's laughing about it. That's not good.
I'm not laughing. I'm just,
Ms. Piercy, you don't need to talk, okay? Carson, and just for clarification, when was the last time she was actually drug tested? I don't think I caught that.
The last time she was drug tested, January 27th.
Okay, and did she have just a immediately previous drug testing on the 26th?
I do not have that information. She may have had one at Adonta. I did not drug test her.
Your Honor, that's all the questions I have. If I could just present an argument.
Do you have anything else, Mr. Stockton?
No, Your Honor. No.
Mr. Wilkerson?
Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Piercy, I would request that she be sanctioned rather than revoked on her probation. I believe, regarding the belligerent conduct exhibited by Ms. Piercy, although we heard some testimony today, I don't know if that was actually stated to Mr. Payne regarding the actual explicit language was stated. And
well, it's unrefuted at this point, isn't it? Is that correct? It's unrefuted, isn't it? It's unrefuted. She didn't deny use that language, so she used it. We'll just have to live with it. She'll have to live with it. Go ahead with your argument.
But still, Your Honor, regarding this, I believe that Ms. Piercy would be amenable to working some kind of drug court plan rather than being revoked completely out of and have to serve out. She's ready, willing, and able to do that if she presented that opportunity. And I would just request that this court provide a little bit of leniency with Ms. Piercy and allow her to get into a program instead of Clinton County Jail, so that she can actually get some of these get the treatment that she needs.
Stockton.
Your Honor, I think her conduct is severe enough that it merits revocation. These probation officers have a tough job. Police officers have a tough job. I don't know what gets into people's minds. They think they can just get out and use drugs with impunity and then insult people when they're trying to help them. I think Ms. Piercy owes Mr. Payne an apology if she was sincere, instead of laughing about it. I think she's salvageable. I don't think she's out here, she can't correct her life at some point in time. So I'd be willing to take a chance on her and let her do a sanction and go into drug court. But if she don't want to, she can just serve her 12 months out.
And if I could, Your Honor, to add to the argument that Ms. Piercy is.
Well, let me hear what Ms. Piercy has to say.
Yeah.
Ms. Piercy, go ahead.
Ms. Piercy, are you interested in drug court taking a sanction, and how do you feel about the conduct that you had and the comments you made about this officer?
yeah, I tried to apologize to Carson. My grandma texted him for me because I couldn't call him from here and told him I was sorry. And he said that he understood whenever she texted him.
Okay, so you're apologizing to him publicly.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. Now, are you willing to try to work to turn your life around here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, evidently you have a grandmother or someone that still cares about you. There are people before me that have alienated everyone, that have no. So you're very fortunate and blessed that you have someone. I'm going to give you a 30-day sanction. And during that time period, I'll assign a referral to a drug court and they can take a vote to see if you get into drug court or not.
Your Honor, I just asked that she remain in custody until their orientation date on drug
But
court.
she will.
Okay.
She will.
Hopefully we can get that done in 30 days.
I believe we can.
Judge, she's on a 2-year sentence also, and it started in November. So her probation may need to be extended to the completion of drug court.
Yeah, let's do it 6 months after the completion of drug court. Okay, and that give you a chance. A lot of times people get right out of drug court, they have a little period that we don't know whether they're gonna make it or not, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck to you, and I hope you turn things around. Do you have anything else, Mr. Wilkerson?
Yes, Your Honor. Also, Brittany Ray. She is in Russell County, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, we're getting Brittany right now.
Okay, thank you so much. Commonwealth, Kentucky versus Brittany A. Ray. 2 cases, I believe. Mr. Cross got the big red flu.
Yes.
Having a big time, I'm sure.
Yeah. Commonwealth, Kentucky versus Brittany A. Ray, 20 CR 0067 and 20 CR 0094. Are you Brittany Ann Marie Ray? Okay, the microphone must not be turned on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your year of birth?
1989.
Last 4 digits of your social security number.
1807.
Okay. Mr. Stockton, you want to proceed?
Your Honor, she has filed a motion for shock probation. It was continued to this month to see if she made parole. So I've not gotten any update on her as far as that goes. Mr. Payne might be able to tell us. But I guess she was denied or we wouldn't be here.
Yes, she met the parole board on March the 2nd, and she was deferred 9 months.
And I believe Mr. Cross and Mr. Wilkerson wanted her to go to long-term treatment and be shocked. And if that is done through probation and parole and the ARC program, I don't have any objection because she's at the Russell County Jail and she can't do SAP.
Yeah.
And there's also another case pending, 20 CR 67, where one of her co-defendants passed away. I'll leave that pending to see if she.
I called 67.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not been resolved. It's still pending. There's no plea been entered in it.
Well, you know, on here, it has a motion for shock probation on 67 also.
I think that's incorrect. They've got both cases.
Okay.
I believe so. That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
The motion should have been in the 94 action.
Okay. So what do you want to do on 67, Mr. Stockton?
I just want to pass it and see if she can complete rehab or not.
Continue that generally? So
Yes.
notice. And then you're going to, who's going to try to find a rehab for?
I would ask it be done through probation and parole and let them do that through the Kentucky Recovery Center.
And that's agreeable by us and Ms. Ray, Your Honor, and she's willing to confirm that she's ready to give long-term rehab a shot, do anything it takes to turn her life around.
Is probation and parole still on here?
Yes, the order will need to read, subject to be granted shock probation, but remaining custody serving an alternative sentence pending a treatment bed date.
Okay, we can do that.
And I'll
would
have her
ask
seen by
it
the
be
SSC.
provided 5 years from her release. She'll be supervised 5 years once she's released to rehab.
continue the period of probation for 5 years from the date she's released from rehab to be supervised.
Yeah.
Okay, you can draw the, Mr. Wilkerson gonna draw the order and send it to you, Mr. Stockton?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, well, Mr. A, you're getting a chance, evidently we're easier than the parole board for once. But I will tell you that if you violate this or be a good thing. Okay. Okay. Good luck to you. You have anything else, Mr. Wilkerson?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Cross is listed as counsel in the William Shekels case.
Como versus, he's in the Clinton County Jail. Como, Kentucky versus William Allen Shekels, 16 CR 0013. Are you William Shekels?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. Were you born in 1979?
Yes.
Last 4 digits of your social security, 9169.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're here on a motion. What do you have?
It's a motion to revoke probation, Your Honor. Mr. Shekels has a 5-year sentence on flagrant non-support, and I have multiple witnesses, and I didn't know if Mr. Wilkerson's going to try to remain on the case or not.
Your Honor, we have had no contact with Mr. Shekels until seeing him on the screen. It's been, it was a closed file and have had no contact with him, so we would move to withdraw his representation and give him.
Well, how much does he owe?
Well, all the problems has been, Your Honor, he's gotten behind on the child support, but the problems are he's got new misdemeanor arrests, he's got new felony arrests, and he's got drug usage. That's the problem. It's not so much the child support. He can hold down a job, it's just staying out of trouble. And
you need to center your camera up a little bit more again, Mr.
Yeah, it's the child support's not the issue right now. It's the
okay, but how much does he owe? How much?
I'd have to check and see. We'll find out.
Yeah.
If we could pass this one after we find out if if Mr. Wilkerson's not going to handle it, then we can get the amount.
Okay.
I've been paying on it every week.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I represent Mr. Shekels in district court.
Okay, well, I'll appoint you in this case here.
And
Mr. Wilkerson,
I had talked to Mr. Shekels to some degree about this motion. We were willing to stipulate if the Commonwealth were willing to consider him for drug court.
Let me confirm his child support's up to date, and if his child support's up to date, I'd be willing to have him assessed. We can wait.
Well, if it's not up to date, then we'll have to put a plan in place to get it up to date. I don't want to because he's behind, Mr. Shuffett. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I think the point is get him clean, get him in drug court so he can catch up.
Yeah, well, he'll have to have a plan. Part of the thing in drug court is that you have to be compliant with all of their court orders and you have to be employed. So what we need to do is work something out that is not self-defeating, is what I'm saying, something that he can realistically meet. You understand, Mr. Shekels, is to set your child support payments up on something that you can realistically make. And
Your Honor,
do what?
it was coming straight out of my check every week.
Well, I understand that. We're trying to help you. The problem is you got these other problems. See, you're under probation. You got these other drug problems and other problems like that. So we try to get you into drug court to help get you straightened out and let you get free here. I'm trying to help you. So don't, and we'll make sure if the payments have been made, they won't be increased. Mr. Stockton will agree to that. Yeah. So if you have been making them, they won't be increased. If you've fallen behind, then we'll have to take a look and see what you can pay. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead. Yeah, Mr. Payne.
Now, when I had him on probation, I haven't checked in the last couple of weeks since he's been lodged, but when I checked on his payments with child support, he was making regular payments. I can testify to that.
Okay. Well, we'll have him interviewed for drug court and You know, now you want to, if, where are you working at, Mr. Schickles?
Piles Lumber.
Do what?
Piles Lumber Company. And
Well,
I can get.
I don't, you know, the thing about it is if he is making his payments, how do you feel about putting a patch on him or something, Mr. Stockton, so he can go back to work?
Well, if he'll do that, and I don't know if he definitely needs a curfew. I don't know if he needs an ankle monitor or not. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, Carson, can we put a drug alcohol patch on him?
We do not offer them. That would, usually that's only done through pre-trial. I don't have any information on those, Judge.
Yeah.
Your Honor, there is a local company that does do that. One problem would be that there is some expense to it, which obviously would.
How much is it?
I think it's about $150. I think it's about $150 setup fee, and then there's an ongoing fee after that.
I wouldn't have the $150 at the moment, but I'll have it in a week.
I know this court has been reluctant to order county pay on anything like that in the past, but I can tell you it's routinely done in district court, and the county attorney reports routinely to the district judges that the physical court is happy to do that if it's going to get somebody out of jail.
Mr. Shekels, I'm going to take a chance on you. I'm going to let you, I'll go ahead and release you. And you'll be back in court on April the 8th. Just because Mr. Payne, it says you've been paying your child support. You're under a curfew, however. You shall not be anywhere but your workplace and your home, church, or the doctor. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And you report to Mr. Payne on any of those things. And I'm talking about the workplace you named. Okay, we'll be.
I'd ask that Mr. Shuffett do the drug court assessment order because he'd have his personal background information, contact information for Mr. Krause.
Ms. Shekels, what's a phone number you can be reached at for drug court to call you?
606-688-8349 or 606-688-8411.
Can you give me the second number again?
606-688-8411.
And an address for you?
4315 Huntersville Road.
Okay.
We'll just go ahead and do the order now that we've got the information.
Okay. You got it, Jesse?
We've got it.
Okay, Mr. Schickle, you contact with your attorney, Mr. Shuffett, and you'll be back in court on April 8th. Cooperate. You don't let us down. You understand me?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'd ask if we do Mickey Shelton next so I can get Mr. Brad Cross out of here.
That's all I have. I'll see you at the civil docket. Thank you.
That'll be fine. Commonwealth versus Mickey Shelton, 20 CR 0084. Are you Mickey Shelton?
Yes, I am.
Were you born in 1970?
Yes, I was.
Last four digits of your social security number, 7583?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have a motion here. I guess Mr. Shuffett filed, correct?
There's actually two motions, Your Honor. There's a motion for a competency hearing. Mr. Shelton was seen by KCPC. He was found competent and criminally responsible. Mr. Shuffett also filed a motion to modify bond. I'm going to object to any bond motions being heard until one, he's declared competent or there's a competency hearing, because I just think that needs to be done before bond is considered as far as reducing it.
Your Honor, my expert, Dr. Drogan, is still working on his part of it. We are trying to collect records. We do have some records. KCPC used records extensively in their report, but they're unwilling and they say unable to turn those over to us. So I don't think it's fair to hold Mr. Shelton in just because there's a motion pending. We can do our work, getting those records with him out, and if we need him to communicate.
Well, he's charged with assault on a police officer, fleeing or evading PFO, resisting arrest, some serious and violent charges. And you just need to get Dr. Grogan jacked up a little bit and get him on the job here.
Well,
I'll set a special hearing for you. So you'll have to wait till the next rule day necessarily. If the information you're ready, I'll accommodate you. I understand that you've got an obligation to try to make sure Mr. Shelton's protected, and Mr. Shelton, the attorney's doing that. He's trying to do that. But we'll work together on getting you a special date. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
What, Judge, are you going to set that once we're able to make a?
When you tell me you're ready with your witness, I'll do it within just a very short time. As soon as Mr. Stockton is available, I'll be available. Okay.
I'll available anytime, and I'll have Mr. Cross available on the bond issue too then.
Thank you. You have Mr. Cross or anything else? May he be excused.
He'd be excused. Sorry, you had to
excuse. Thank you, officer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Stockton. Have a good day.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what else you got, Mr. Stockton here?
I can go back in court order as far as the order goes, Your Honor. I don't think I've got anybody else.
Okay.
I think Miss Warner's over at Wayne County, that might get them done.
Okay, we'll do that. Commonwealth Kentucky versus Hannah Warner, 14 CR 0042. Here today for a revocation hearing, is that correct? Hannah Warner?
Yes, sir.
Born in 1996.
Yes, sir.
Last four digits, social security number 3432.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you have, Mr. Stockton?
This case, Your Honor, I believe we had a lengthy hearing last month.
Yes.
And the Commonwealth's position is still that her probation should be violated and she should be revoked. She's got a lot of time in, but it's getting to the point you can't predict what the parole board's going to do. So, you know, the way she's been so non-compliant, I don't know that she'll make parole if she is revoked. So the Commonwealth hereby is requesting that she be revoked and serve her sentence.
What do you have, Mr. Shuffett?
Your Honor, she was seen by SSC or Probation and Parole. I believe it was SSC, and they recommend Kentucky Recovery Center for her. So we would ask the court to allow her to be released to go to the Kentucky Recovery Center.
Your Honor, the problem with that is, if you recall the testimony from last month, she was taking drugs into the rehab because she could come and go as she pleased. And there is no secure rehab facility in Kentucky. Her best bet is if she gets in the SAP program somewhere where she has to stay and can't have access to drugs.
Well, to be perfectly candid, our office was contacted by some officials from the correctional institution, I believe. And was she not moved because she was causing problems in one of the jails? You know anything about that, Mr. Stockton?
That's first I've heard about it.
Was she previously in the Clinton County Jail?
I believe she was.
Ms. Thompson, what are you on there?
Yes, I think Mr. Payne might be able to.
Mr. Payne, could you fill us in on that?
Clinton County Jail is still on. I just know that they were having some issues and moved her with the other females, and they had to move her.
Well, I knew some institution had contacted us about it. I just don't see a facility that meets her needs. She's been given a lot of different breaks. This last thing, I hate to make my decision on what happened in the jail over there without having it on the record. Is Clinton County still on there? Clinton County Jail.
I'll contact Kenny.
Clinton County Jail is still appears to be on here.
We're here, Your Honor.
Okay, could you turn your camera on? Could you get somebody to give me some testimony as to anything that happened with Miss Warner? Are you familiar?
Yes, we'll get one of the female deputies. So give me just a
Okay,
minute.
thank you.
Derek?
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Could you raise your right hand, please? Swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
State your full name and with whom you're employed.
Carla Coffey. I'm employed at the Clinton County Jail.
Okay, Mr. Stockton, you want to inquire?
Yes, ma'am, can you tell the court why Miss Warner was moved to the Wayne County Jail from the Clinton County Jail?
She was disobeying the rules. She was being loud, being disruptive. She was talking through the walls at the guys. When she was asked to not do this, she just ignored us.
How many times was she asked to make her behavior acceptable to the staff at the jail?
Excuse me, I didn't understand.
How many times did you all try to counsel or warn her to behave so that she wouldn't have to be moved? How long did this go?
It was numerous times. I really can't give you a number because it happened so many times.
Just happened so many times. Huh? Over
Yes,
what period of time did this happen? Do you remember?
How long was she here? I don't really know for sure. Pretty much since the whole time she was in here, I guess.
So it was a matter of days that this went on then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have nothing else, Your Honor.
Mr. Shuffett, you have any inquiry?
No questions for Ms. Coffey.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. You may be excused. Mr. Warner, we've given you every opportunity in the world. I don't understand. You have a lot of support from your family. You had a lot of interaction, a lot of opportunity. I hope I'm going to revoke you, and I hope while you're incarcerated, you can have a change of attitude. You're still a young person. You can still have a productive life. Thank you very much. Do you have another case? We'll go back to the beginning of the docket. Wayne County, we finished at Wayne County?
We're finished here, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your cooperation. Shane Capps, Adhering County Jail. Are they on? There they are, yes. Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Shane Capps, 21 CR 0001. Are you Shane Capps?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're here for a pretrial conference. What do you have, Mr. Stockton?
I think we're on for sentencing.
Oh, it's on the docket wrong then. Let me.
I think he entered a plea last month.
Okay. Yeah, I have his investigation report here. Yeah. Are you Shane Capps?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your year of birth?
1990.
And the last 4 digits of your social security number?
3624.
Okay, you're here today for final sentencing. Have you looked at your pre-sentence investigation report done by probation and parole?
Yes, sir.
Is it substantially correct?
Yes, sir.
Counselor, is there any reason this gentleman should not be sentenced?
No, Your Honor.
Upon a plea of guilty possession of controlled substance first degree, defendant shall receive a sentence of 3 years to serve. The sentence shall run consecutive to the coming circuit court case number 20 CR 0032 for a total of 6 years. Probated, however, for 5 years with supervision. He shall enter and complete a long-term treatment facility and shall be gainfully employed or do community service upon release. What are the court costs in this case? Clinton County.
$155.
$155. You shall start paying that at $30 a month, 30 days after you're released from rehab. Okay. Okay. Now you're going to stay incarcerated until we find appropriate rehab.
Your Honor, I think there's a bed, they have a bed date for him on Monday.
Okay, he can be released on Monday to be transferred to the bid date. Who's going to transfer him?
I don't know about the transportation. Miss Costello, who handled his case in combination with his case over
Mr.
in Cumberland
Capps has
County.
raised his hand there. Who's going to transport you, Mr. Capps?
The rehab's gonna transport me.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Good luck. Turn your life around, man.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Okay. See you later.
That's all we got, Judge.
Okay. Thank you very much. Great day. Crystal Crabtree. Mr. Stockton, that last case, we need to probably make sure that there's a notation down here in the Cumberland County Clerk's office also, since it was a concurrent thing.
Okay.
Okay. Crystal Crabtree. Commonwealth Kentucky versus Crystal Crabtree, 19 CR 0020. Crystal Crabtree.
Yes.
Okay. You were born in 1978.
Yes.
4 digits of social security number is 9859.
Yes.
You're here for sentencing. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Have you had an opportunity to look at the pre-sentence investigation report done by probation and parole?
Yes, I have.
You find it to be substantially correct.
Yes, sir.
Your pretrial diversion was voided on February 11th, 2021. And well, has recommended 5 years on your charge to be probated. Is that correct, Mr. Stockton?
It is, Your Honor, and she has been assessed, voted into drug court, and Mr. Cross has oriented her, so she's ready to be released.
Okay, we'll release you. 5 years probated from, I guess, 5 years starts running today. Going to drug court, you have an opportunity to turn your life around and get your record expunged, if you will. So it's in your hands. Now, this drug court, those people will help you if you let them, but you got to be candid with them. You understand what I'm saying? If you feel some urge or something coming on, rather than just go ahead and act on it, they'll have people for you to call and try to intervene, okay?
Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, good luck to you. Bye-bye. Justin Joe Daly. Justin Joe Daly, out of custody.
Your Honor, this is my motion to revoke bond. It was my understanding that I thought they got an arrest warrant to get their equipment back, and then I saw he was out of custody. So I don't know. It's violation of home incarceration.
I believe there's an active warrant.
I thought he had been, I thought that somebody at the jail can pipe in after I speak, but I thought he was picked up on this warrant and then re-released back out on home incarceration. I thought that's what happened. I was told after the fact.
That's correct. He was released the next day after he was picked up on the warrant back on home incarceration.
Judge, this is the one they called you about, and you contacted the home incarceration company to see if they were okay with that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Are you still monitoring Mr. Bookout?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay.
And he also has a drug patch on as well, sir.
Yeah.
I think the sheriff was involved in this. Is that the one, Megan?
Hey,
Yes.
I'm in court, Jacob. Can you call me back this afternoon? Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Carson, you need to move.
Carson. Okay, well, what are we going to do with Mr. Daly? He's and Mr. Bookout.
Well, if you look at my bond motion, he was going out around the county with impunity, just going wherever he wanted to. On one date, he had so many locations he went to that they just, you can't even tell where he's at. He's all over the county. I mean, I don't know if he's out selling drugs or if he's taking flowers to the widows and depressed or what he's doing, but he's certainly not going to his home incarceration.
Has he been compliant with his home incarceration since he's been back in jail this time?
Do you hear the
Yes,
question?
Your Honor, he has. Yes, he has, Your Honor. He's been attempting to get his job back at Tyson's, and of course, this time he was released on a drug patch, and we've been monitoring that as well. We haven't collected any data on the first patch as of yet, but we started that process, Your Honor.
Okay, well, if you will closely monitor him and contact the Commonwealth Attorney's Office directly, if there's any violations of him moving around or if of the drug patch. Is that all right with you, Mr. Stockton?
Yeah, I just, if there's a problem, I'll contact
And
the
we'll
court.
hold these other things in abeyance and we'll include the allegations in your motion if it comes back up. In other words, we're not letting him off what he's done. We'll use those in addition to anything else.
Judge,
Yes.
I would bring up that I do know that the fact that you let him back out on home incarceration was because you were told he was working and had a job. And I believe I just overheard them saying he was trying to get a job.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he lost his job because he was arrested for license when on the warrant.
yeah.
They said they weren't going to put up with that, I think was the message I got.
Okay, well, we'll just see how it develops with him then. Allison Dean.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it.
Allison Dean. Clinton County Jail.
Is she going to stipulate?
Yeah, we would stipulate that she's picked up new charges.
Okay, Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Allison Dean, 18 CR 0044. Are you Allison Dean?
Yes, sir.
You born in 1993?
Yes, sir.
Last four digits of your social security are 2005.
Yes, sir.
Now, go ahead, Mr. Stockton. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Your Honor, she was terminated back in March 20th of 2020 from drug court. She was released and she's been on probation since. She's got new felony charges where she had her children around and there's a bunch of loaded meth syringes. She's also used meth. She admitted to Mr. Payne she used meth daily for 3 weeks, Suboxone and other matters. And I just asked that her probation be revoked on those grounds.
You stipulate, Mr.
We would stipulate without commenting on her charges, but we would stipulate that she has been charged.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll revoke and revoke her probation, and then the other charges will be addressed. The other charges in Clinton County?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, when we address those, ma'am, you'll take a look at those and see if you can roll some of these into them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Trenton Tucker. Clinton County Jail, Trenton Tucker. Commonwealth versus Trenton Tucker, 20 CR 0030. Are you Trenton Tucker?
Yes, sir.
You born in 1995?
Yes, sir. Yeah, all right.
Last four digits of your social security number is 6299?
Yeah.
Okay, now I have on a pretrial conference, Mr. Stockton. Is that correct?
Correct. I've made a written detailed offer of 2 different choices for Mr. Tucker or go to trial. And I'm waiting to hear back what he wants to do.
Well, Your Honor, we're in receipt of those offers. Mr. Tucker is not ready to accept, and we still don't have discovery. It's could very well be my fault or my staff's fault, not laying blame anywhere, but we need discovery before we can consider, the type of heavy-handed offer that Mr. Stockton has made.
Even-handed offer, did you say, or
heavy-handed?
Offer based on his criminal history. But anyway, Mr. Sheffield can pick up the discovery whenever he wants to because we've attempted to mail it once and he didn't get it. So next time he's over here in Clinton County, he can pick up a copy of it.
Jesse, will you have a copy ready this afternoon? I'm actually coming over for something.
We will.
Okay.
Okay, we'll continue this case to April the 8th unless there is some agreement before then. Thank you very much. We have John Earl Ray. Wonder what happened to John Earl Ray. Clinton County Jail. Is this the last case on the docket?
Correct. Yes, last one.
I think we have a few others to go back to.
Okay. Commonwealth of Kentucky versus John Earl Ray, 20 CR 0017. It's a bond hearing, is that correct? Adversarial bond hearing, Mr. Stockton,
Yeah, this is also like the other case. We have a motion for competency hearing where KCPC is found incompetent and criminally responsible. And Mr. Shuffitt's attempting to reduce the bond, and I would object to proceeding until we have the competency.
Have I signed an order on this one, Mr. Shuffitt, as far as?
Yes, and he's been evaluated. I think Dr. Drogan met with him yesterday.
When you get the report ready, we'll set an adversarial bond hearing for you.
Well, Your Honor, I don't know of any law that says someone has to be in custody in order to have a competency.
Probably isn't one. Probably says they have to be, but I would say that it's in the sound discretion of the court when someone are charged with assaulting police officers or transportation officers, and as we have in these last two cases. And I'm just not going to change a bond condition right now without a hearing, and you're for a hearing. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll set that hearing as soon as we can. And I'll make a commitment that the court will be available on short notice. Okay, what other case we have to come back to? I have them all folded under here.
I don't have any. I think we've covered it.
I think that's it.
That's what I wanted to hear. Ms. Thompson, you be commended for saying that. I know everyone wanted to hear that. Russell
Your
County.
Honor,
Yes.
I'm sorry, but we're showing Chris Burton and Joseph Ebner on the docket for today.
They were removed last week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Y'all have a nice day. Thanks for bringing it up to us. You're very vigilant. You're very vigilant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else to come before the court? If not, this court adjourn will come back in at 1 o'clock. Is that right, Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, when I said that he was up to date, I didn't want you to think I was trying to